How many times have we heard the same words over and over? Different station, different radio, different network. It's always the same words rehashed, same point of view rehashed. In fact, even if they are debating back and forth across the counter, across the table, they revert back to exactly the same speech. Well, pretty much all we're getting is just talking heads. It's sure we can say as Christians that it is a sign of the last days. Very well maybe, but there are also another sign. Solomon wrote, "There is nothing new under the sun." Have we seen this before? Have we read about it before? Yes, we have. Jeremiah warned that God was coming after the prophets because they were not prophesying his word. In the New Testament, we were warned about people wanting to find speakers who gave words that satisfied their itching ears. You look in 1 Kings 22. The kings of Israel and Judah bring the messengers of God, and they all gave words that was comforting to the king, words that he loved. But the other king asked a question: is there not another prophet? What was King Ahab's response? Oh, there is one, but he never speaks anything good of me. Well, why not bring this one then? To the chagrin of King Ahab, they called one. And yes, he did give the same soothing words that the king wanted to hear. What he wanted to hear, but that is not what he needed to hear. That prophet went on to say that the spirit of lying was sent and gave all these other prophets words that were lies to simply comfort the ears of the king. And the truth is that when he went to war, he was not going to live past that war. We as Christians and we as a republic should not just listen to one set of words. What the networks spill out to us, what the radio stations spill out to us. But we should be more discerning to listen to the opposer, to make a decision based on information from both sides. You have the old days where a debate club was in a school, and even if one did not at all believe the opposing side he was asked to represent, he made every bit of study to where he can give it a satisfactory stand. At Bible conferences when I was younger, sitting around a table during meals, a preacher, a pastor would bring up something of controversy, and he would have studied it. He would have tried to find out more about this, theological, or dealing with society. and we would stand around or sit around, possibly over a cup of coffee, and discuss these things to find out, as we battered back and forth, where to stand and what to do about it. One, it made us stronger because we were willing to listen to an opposing view. Whether we've recently heard, back in those days, we had heard of a church that had a huge fuss over padded pews in the church, or not. Another church had a fuss over the type of carpet that was in the auditorium. Sure, those are disgraceful that a church would have huge fits over, but yet it happens. Somebody not willing to compromise, listen to both sides, and that is exactly what is happening here in America. That is exactly what is happening around the world. That one side is completely trying to shut down the other, calling it all disinformation, calling it as irresponsibility, trying to split up the public, when it isn't splitting up the public. It is simply listening to the other side and allowing people to make their determination, make their decision as to how they want to cast their vote, how they want to stand on a certain issue. But that is where we are right now, isn't it? Where you have your prophets, your information coming in, all standing in one side, while everybody else is hushed, blocked. They are just instead of their argument is being negotiated and discussed and debated, the person their character is attacked. Their family is disgraced because of now it's involving their family. They're trying to discredit their family. They're trying to discredit the organizations that they may have been part of. Why? Because they don't want to know. They don't want the people to know that there is something different out there, that there is a different perspective. Leave them in the dark, a room full of mirrors, smokescreen, as you call it. But yet, they choose to be the multitude of smooth speakers and not at all wanting to cut the chase and have a firm debate. Thank you.